If you've been living underneath a rock and have just returned to the surface world, then firstly, congratulations. And secondly, there's a Star Wars 8 trailer. It goes by pretty quick, so I'm here to help you sort out all the details. Let's do it, shall we? The trailer starts much like the first teaser to The Force Awakens, a sudden pop-up of an important character. Last time it was Finn, this time it's Rey. She's quite winded, assumedly from her Force training with Luke. Next up, we've got a landscape shot of the island where Rey and Luke are training on. It's on the planet of Ahch-To, or however the hell you say that. Now we get a couple shots of Rey, presumably while she's going through her training. This one in particular is pretty badass. All of this while the VO of Luke is telling her in a very raspy voice to breathe and reach out into the Force and see what she sees. Rey answers, light, as we see an image of General Leia Organa looking over a star map. In the background, you can hear the faintest voice say something that sounds like, I love you, or maybe you're our only hope, or something. Here, I'll play it, and you let me know in the comments what you think.
Light.
Now we see a ruined Kylo Ren's helmet. We see Kylo later in the trailer, still sans helmet, so who knows, maybe that means we're going to be seeing a lot more of Adam Driver's luscious, curly black locks. Over the top of this image, we can firstly hear Darth Vader's breathing, and secondly, someone talking about the dark side of the Force. I'm assuming it's Palpatine, but it could very easily be somebody else as the voice doesn't sound quite raspy enough. Now we see some kind of a chest in a cave with like a light shining through the ceiling on it. Now I have two guesses as to what this might be. The first is that the next moment after the screen cuts, we're going to see Harrison Ford in full Indiana Jones garb. He'll pick up this chest and say, Marcus, we're home. It'd be pretty awesome. But the other infinitely less exciting theory is that this is the first Jedi temple, the one that Luke has gone out searching for, and this is an artifact or a manuscript about the Jedi from said temple. Plus, on top of this, we can hear Yoda talking about the Force. You'll see an image in this frame that appears to be from the same scene, but this item looks quite like a page from a very old book. Then Rey says that she sees a balance of light and dark, and Luke says that this area of the Force is so much bigger. This alludes to something that my wife and YouTube partner in crime Madi has been saying for years. Essentially, the power isn't in the light side of the Force or the dark side, it's in both, and Rey is an embodiment of both sides. Madi also thinks it'd be pretty badass if Rey carried a purple lightsaber, because it's a mixture between blue and red, but alas, purple is taken. This shot shows Rey swinging a lightsaber. The blade is blue, so I'm assuming that it is Anakin and Luke's lightsaber that she is still using, or I suppose it could be a different one. She appears to be practicing on a statue or a dummy on the side of a cliff, with Luke standing up the hill a little bit, watching. Now we leave Ahch-To, or however the hell you say it, for a little bit, and start to see the first signs of the war going on. This appears to be taking place on a planet not yet seen in the Star Wars universe, with a group of ships we haven't seen before either. We have heard rumors about a new line of starships in this movie called Honey Droppers. Perhaps that's what these are, or perhaps they're something completely different. Anyway, whatever they are flying right at what appears to be about 15 AT-ATs. Oh boy, am I ever excited about that. Here's the only time we see Finn in this trailer. He's in a bacta tank here, recovering from his run-in with Kylo Ren in The Force Awakens. We know from the panel that he will heal up and then proceed to go on an adventure with a new character called Rose, who is a mechanic from the Resistance. Then we see our only look at Poe for the trailer. He runs down a hallway with BB-8 just to watch his fancy black and orange X-Wing get blown up. Then we see the Millennium Falcon, in orbit again, like how we saw it in The Force Awakens, blowing up some TIE fighters. I wonder if this is taking place on Ahch-To, or however the hell you say it, because that's the last place that we saw the Millennium Falcon. But if that's so, then how did the First Order know where Luke was hiding? Now we see Rey with her lightsaber drawn. It looks like she is running into battle. It's difficult to tell where she is, but maybe the mountainous bit behind her could be these cliffs we saw earlier in the trailer? I don't know, maybe that's a little bit of a stretch. Now we see Kylo, without his helmet, holding out his lightsaber. The trailer is cut in such a way that we're meant to think that Rey is running at Kylo to fight him, but judging by the backgrounds behind both characters, I don't think that's the case. Now this image is pretty interesting. We see R2 with somebody, maybe it's Luke, maybe somebody else, and they're looking out over a burning building. Perhaps this is a flashback to when Kylo and his Knights of Ren destroyed Luke's new Jedi training facility. Maybe this was a Jedi temple that Kylo burned down. Whatever it is, it's pretty blown up. Another editing trick here, this next shot is not taking place in that burning building. The architecture makes it look like a hangar rather than an old temple. I would guess this shot follows this scene rather than this one. Now we see some real signs of war. The Resistance and First Order are having a battle in the orbit of a planet that appears to be mostly water. Maybe this is Ahch-To, or however the hell you say it? Then we hear Luke saying that the only thing he knows for sure is that the Jedi need to end. As he's saying this, he is standing in the doorway to a cave on Ahch-To, or however the hell you say it, that I'm assuming has been his home for the past little while. Does his statement about the Jedi ending mean that we already know who the Last Jedi is? I'm guessing the title refers to Luke, because he's not training Rey to be a Jedi. He's training her to be balanced in the Force. With that, the trailer ends. Pretty awesome. I, for one, cannot wait for more. Let me know in the comments if you have theories of your own or if I missed something blatantly obvious. Then give this video a like and subscribe to our channel for all kinds of various shenanigans. Peace out.